Hello everyone and welcome to Credit Finance. On today bring you an update regarding some states are starting to announce the end of the extra benefit as well. But remember guys that this is affecting every single state regarding the emergency allowance. We also have the latest update regarding the 33 states that have been approved for the emergency allowance for the month of January. So make you sure guys stay until the end of this video to ensure that you receive this information now before we get started. If you are interested in the latest news regarding stimulus check, child tax, credit snap, P-EBT and everything in between, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button down below. Now let's get right to back. So let's start with the huge changes coming the state of Massachusetts. For example, has already released additional details to the recently passed Congressional Consolidated Appropriation Act of 2023 and the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program Extra Temporary Benefit, known as a SNAP Emergency Allowance, as of February 2023. This means that households will receive their last payment on March 2nd of 2023. So remember, even though it ends on February, they are still issuing that last payment in March. Now the state has launched a new website that is the following mass.gov/extra COVID snap to help residents plan for the end of these temporary federal benefits. So over the next several months, individuals and families should explore any optional expenses that may increase their regular SNAP benefits. And here's the additional information that the state of Oath released. So SNAP Emergency Allowance and the Emergency Rental Assistance Program, both temporary federal pandemic emergency assistance program, will end in the coming months. So when the federal government declared a public health emergency at the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic, it allowed for an emergency increase in monthly SNAP benefit to SNAP eligible recipients. So the Omnibus bill recently passed by Congress. I think we talked about this in the last video, included the end of the date for the SNAP emergency allowance as of February 2023. Now beginning in March of 2023, all 74,000 households in Oath that receive SNAP benefit will no longer receive the federal SNAP emergency allowance, which will return the SNAP benefit to their pre-pandemic level. The state of Ohio also released the following information for SNAP recipients. So Congress temporarily increased SNAP benefit due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Of course, this is what was done and this is where the emergency allowance came from. Now this means you have been getting more benefits on your EBT card each month than you normally would. Now the federal law has changed and no longer allows for SNAP emergency allowance. Your last SNAP emergency allowance will be in Feb 2023 and your benefit will be reduced to your normal amount beginning March 2023. Now your normal amount is the first SNAP benefit you receive each month. The emergency allowance has been the second SNAP benefit issued at the end of the month. So therefore you will continue to receive your normal SNAP amount. Only the emergency allowance of the SNAP benefit you receive at the end of the each month is stopping. And as I mentioned in my previous video, the SNAP emergency allowance are pretty much ending sooner than expected. Of course, that is very unfortunate. So the 2023 Omnibus Spending Bill passed by Congress in December 23rd of 2022 include transformational changes to programs that feed children in the summer month. But the funding for these new provisions comes at the expenses of the SNAP emergency program, which we all know. Unfortunately, Congress chose to fund the new investment in child nutrition program by cutting the SNAP emergency allowance. Temporary increased and SNAP benefits were implemented early in the COVID-19 pandemic too, to help low-income households afford groceries. And here we have the list of states that have been approved for the SNAP emergency allowance for January, and of course their pay date information. So starting off with Alabama, January 31st all the way through the 1st of Feb. California February 4th all the way to 11th. Colorado January 8th all the way through the 13th. Delaware January 25th. DC is on a regular issued and schedule. Illinois January 21st all the way through the 29th. Hawaii February 13th. Kansas February 19th all the way through the 28th. Louisiana one of the following dates January 7th, the 14th, the 21st or the 28th, January 10th, and Maryland also January 4th all the way through January 23rd. Michigan January 21st all the way through January 30th. New Hampshire January 3rd or January 20th. New Jersey January 1st through the 5th January. New Mexico January 1st all the way through the 31st, and then for those in New York cities in January 12th all the way through the 27th January, and for the rest of the state January 9th all the way through the 23rd. North Carolina January 22nd through the 31st. Ohio January 24th through the 25th. Oklahoma January 10th through the 15th. Oregon disappointing payments in 3 rounds, so round 1 January 10th, round 2 January 30, and round 3 on February 1st. Pennsylvania January 18th all the way through the 31st. Rhode Island January 4th. South Carolina January 1st all the way through the 31st. Texas January 3rd through the 5th of January or January 9th through the 10th. Oath January 28th. Virginia 16th January. Washington 1st January through the 20th January. West Virginia January 4th. Wisconsin January 21st. There are also couples other states that are sending out their payments in the month of January, but that is only because they are sending the SNAP emergency allowance benefit for the month of December, right? So for example, California, they will send their December benefit on January 8th or January 14th. Hawaii, same thing, they are sending their December benefit on January 10th. Kansas, their December benefit January 22nd through the 31st. Massachusetts, January 3rd. Minnesota January 10th all the way through to 31st January, and Vermont January 12th. And that's all the information that I have for today. Remember to turn on your notification button to know when I have uploaded a new video. See you guys next time.